everybody, and welcome to Top Comics to Pre-Order in a Flash. I'm Andy.
I'm Matt.
We're here with Infinity Flux Comics out of Chattanooga, Tennessee, and this is our real quick show where we show you some of the biggest and best books that are up for pre-order for this weekend. Your pre-orders are due Sunday by 9 o'clock, so you don't miss out on any of the comic goodness. And the companies still aren't at 100%, but I feel
Yeah.
like we're like 75 to 80%.
Slowly coming back, yeah.
But there is some really big ones on this, definitely for Marvel. So let's get into it.
We're going to start with One World Under Doom #1, and this is kind of the kickoff to the next big event or status quo that is going to be part of Marvel for the better part of this coming year,
Yeah.
I believe. So we know that at the end of Blood Hunt, Doctor Doom became the Sorcerer Supreme, but then he just went back to Latveria, closed itself in a dome, and nobody's heard from him in like 6 months, and
That's the worrying
that's the
part.
worrying part. Is like he's been really quiet for a long time. What is he up to? Well, in this, he emerges from that dome and he declares himself Emperor of the world, the ruler of a new united Latveria. And it kind of weirdly, all of Earth's leaders seem to be going along with this. And it's probably some kind of brainwashing, but whatever it has not affected the Earth's heroes, and they're going to have to come together to try to thwart whatever his plans are for world domination.
Well, this may explain a little bit. This is Red Hulk #1. This is a new ongoing Red Hulk series, which I'm so excited about. It's been a very long time since Red Hulk has had his own book, and this is Thunderbolt Ross Red Hulk. So this is written by Benjamin Percy, and I'm very excited about it. But it does start within the One World Under Doom banner of stories. But in this, you learn that Thunderbolt Ross has been taken captive of Latveria, and he is in a prison cell deep below the ground, where Doom has assembled a think tank of the most brilliant military, criminal, and political minds to help him formulate a way to take over the world. But of course, Red Hulk, Thunderbolt Ross, is not having anything to do with this. He's got his own plans, and it guest stars Machine Man and Deathlock. So I wonder
Hmm.
if they're also there because Machine Man's really smart. Deathlock is a really good strategist,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. So we'll have to see. But I'm very excited about this, and I'm ready for a lot more
Yeah.
Red Hulk.
Well, next is the Superman: The Last Days of Lex Luthor #1 second print. And we don't normally talk about second prints on this show, but this came out well over a year ago, probably a year and a half ago. And now issues #2 and 3 are complete, so they will be coming out in March and April. And they're releasing a second print of this story so that they can kind of get back on track with the story they're telling. And so we wanted to talk about it because if you don't remember, this is the Black Label book written by Mark Waid, art by Brian Hitch, where Lex Luthor is dying and he asks Superman to help him find a cure for whatever illness he has. And Superman agrees to help, and he goes to great lengths to help Lex Luthor. But why does he do it? I mean, probably because he's Superman. But
Yep.
yeah, so we just wanted to put this back in front of your eyes because they're basically just starting over again. The first issue was released way too early, and now they're back on track with this.
Well, next up, we have the Graveyard Club #1. So you may remember the Graveyard Club from last year. This is cool. They are continuing. This is the kind of coming of age young adult R.L. Stein series, and this continues from what happened the previous one, where one of the two of the kids' parents went missing, and in this one, the kids are going back to the scene of the crime to try to figure out what happened. But they uncover a lurking darkness, and will they survive to find the terrifying truth of what happened that night? So, if you enjoyed the first Graveyard Club, which was kind of an oversized, almost graphic novel
Mm-hmm.
sized book, this is the second one in that.
Next is Absolute Superman #4, and in this one, Superman meets the Omega Men, whoever they may be in
We've
this
heard
new
him
universe.
teased.
Yeah, they've been teased. He's going to meet them here. He's on the run. He's being chased by the Peacemakers and the Lazarus Corporation and Lois Lane, who works for the Lazarus Corporation. And again, he runs into the Omega Men here, but are they friends or foes? We'll have to read it to find out.
Next up, we have Magik #2. Magik #1 came out today, huge hit, and we want to make you aware of this kind of turnover. You get it today. Well, it's time to go ahead and place your order for next issue. And in this one, Magik and her new partner Cal hunt in the deep underground of Tokyo, basically, looking for these seals that we got a hint of in the first issue. But Cal may not know that the person he's working with could be the savior of all of this, or be the person who is prophesied to lead a demon invasion. So just continuing this cool series with great covers like J. Scott Campbell's cover here. So don't miss out because it's already time to order number 2.
And next is a new book from Distillery called The Last Flight Out of Wichita. And this is kind of a modern take on 70s crime noir. It's set in 1977. There are two Vietnam vets who, they're trying to make ends meet. So to do that, they make a really bad decision and find themselves in the middle of a mob gang war, basically. And soon the full forces of Kansas City's organized crime, they turn their eyes to Wichita, looking for those two men, looking for their money and a few pounds of flesh.
Next up, we have Stranger Things D&D Rise of the Hellfire. And this is really cool, just in time for season 4 of Stranger Things.
5, right?
5. Well, this is a prequel to season 4.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
Before season 5
Gotcha.
comes out. But this actually tells us the kind of origin story of this Hellfire Club as Eddie Munson is putting it together, how he recruits Lucas, Dustin, and Mike, and we get glimpses of the fantasy worlds that they create in their game. So this is a really cool kind of prequel to that season because we kind of just started right into it. But this is really good. The Stranger Things comics are a lot of fun, so don't miss out on this one.
And next we have Marvel Mutts #1, and this collects the 12-issue Marvel Mutts Infinity comic, which if you haven't seen that, it's another one of these, cute, fun stories with no dialogue, featuring a lot of the Marvel Mutts, including Lucky, Cosmo, Bats, and Miss Marvel's dog Mittens. I've seen the first couple issues, and it's got a cool fight with Miss Marvel and Craven. But the dogs it's kind of from the perspective of the dogs. Usually these have an original story as well. This didn't mention anything about that, but if you like all of these different canine pals in the Marvel universe, this will be a great one to get.
And next up, we've got Justice League The Atom Project #2. Number 1 was really good. It set up kind of a big mystery about what is going with Captain Atom now that he doesn't have his powers. Well, this continues as Nathaniel Adams is on the run because he doesn't want to get his powers back, but something strange is transforming within him. And it does say his new powers will change the trajectory of the Justice League forever. So it sounds like it's going to have big ramifications. Plus, there is a mutiny rising up between all of the scientists working on this, led by Ryan Choi. So why is that? We'll have to read it to find out. And that is it for Top Comics to pre-order in a flash. Thank you so much for watching. Head over to infinityflux.net right now. You can place your pre-orders. Go ahead and get a head start on them so you don't miss out on any of these awesome comics. And thank you so much for watching. Yeah. Good week of books.
Absolutely.
Can't wait to start ordering. Yep. And until next time, see ya.